So I thought I would pass on something I ran into today that I think is a combination of politics, possibly entertainment, and astrology. And it has to do with seeing something on the Bulwark. The Bulwark is an online channel where there are some pretty good commentators, analysts, and specifically one of them, Tim Miller, reported that he had an incident with MAGA Republican Kari Lake. She of the Arizona election, she's lost 2 of them. She's contested both. And it's hard to have respect for a person like this, knowing that she was once Obama supporter, and then how you go from that to being MAGA is a little strange. This is partly the reason why Elon Musk is also a very questionable character, since he has had the same evolution. But the point being that when I heard about this, Tim Miller was at a MAGA event in December, and being the intrepid reporter, he was trying to gather information, and she accosted him in a pretty harsh way. He was partly taken aback, partly amused, because he thought she would be happier since she has now been given the job of the anchor or the person in charge at Voice of America, etc. But she's clearly not happy. And so I immediately, being into astrology, I wanted to see if I could see a reflection in her chart. I don't have her birth time, I only know the birth day, but it's a particular case where even with the birth day, it's pretty obvious what is happening, namely that her Mars position near the middle of Sagittarius is getting pretty intense Saturn pressure, which goes back even to the pre-election period, which would point to the odds being against her. In fact, what happened, she lost. Ruben Gallego won that race. However, this didn't end her career, in that being in the MAGA world, she now at least has a job to look forward to. The point is, the astrology here is pretty clear, and the other thing you see in the chart is where Saturn is going next. I typically use around 12 astrological points, 12 plus the lunar nodes, the part of fortune, and a few other things, but 12 planetary points. And out of those 12, 8 are being visited by Saturn over the next 2.5 years. And that's not counting the one that it's visiting now. These are coming up, and they could start as early as the summer. In fact, I think already in the summer she's going to feel pressures, but definitely late in the year, and by late in the year I mean 2025, and then 2026 as Saturn does the tour of all those planets. So that's what she has to look forward to. We'll see what happens, but given her response to this particular situation, I wouldn't be too confident about the upcoming 2 years. I usually end some of these videos with "couldn't happen to a nicer guy." I guess in this case it couldn't happen to a nicer gal, right?